Alright everyone, welcome back. So if you're subscribed to any other Division content creators who cover news stuff, aside from myself, and I'm sure you guys are, there are numerous ones out there, Rogue Gold, many others that are out there, then you would have probably seen a couple of videos pop up yesterday regarding some news that's meant to be incoming soon. Now, I was actually going to cover that myself. I decided not to, simply because I didn't feel like it was enough to really make a video on. Certainly not a video that would have lasted any more than a couple of minutes. And so what I decided to do was actually try and wait to see if this news was going to come out first, and then make a video on that news. And that's not happened yet, although what has come out today may or may not have been the news that was teased about yesterday from the community developer, the new community developer at Ubisoft here, Daria General. So I just wanted to go over that. It's actually pretty important if it does relate to the Division 2, and we're going to get into that now. Alright, so drop a like, subscribe to stay up to date with all my videos, guys. Yesterday we had this tweet from Daria General. It says, "Cool stuff incoming." As I said, Daria General is the new community developer as of, I believe, the 22nd of March, or at least that's when they tweeted out to say they were the new community developer. And of course, you put something like this out when you're the community developer of the Division 2, you can expect to get a lot of people responding, people going mental about this, wondering what it's all about, right? Myself included. You know, I was kind of expecting to hear something yesterday. What that was, I had no idea. Unfortunately, we didn't hear anything yesterday, and I think it's more of a case of patience still, which, you know, I think we're probably used to at this point. I think we've been patient for very long at this point. But if you just go down to the comments down here, what is coming is actually looks to be fairly important. So as you can see, there's quite a lot of people talking about it here. This part in particular, this person said intelligence annex, which actually that's what I thought it was going to be. I thought we'd be getting a new intelligence annex, and I've always said that I believe that depending on when we get the next intelligence annex, we can probably determine when the new content is likely to come out, or at least have a window. Daria actually responded saying even better, and then I'm as anxious as anyone else, and that's talking about wanting to talk about all of this stuff. They did actually go on to say in response to someone that we still needed a bit of patience and stuff, but what is meant to be coming out, this cool stuff incoming, this tweet here, is going to be Division related, and it's bigger, or at least more important than an intelligence annex, which means it's actually fairly important, because I believe the next intelligence annex was meant to be about the seasonal changes, before it was obviously cut off because of the delay. So if it's more important than that, I think it's actually, you know, really quite important. And I think we may or may not have had it here. So Morten Ryberg is the new product director at Ubisoft. Been there, I don't know, maybe a month or two, maybe a couple of months at this point. And as of only about 45 minutes ago, put this tweet out. How to talk about a game without mentioning it. June 8th is a placeholder. Don't pay attention to it. Winky face. So as you can imagine, it's almost impossible not to pay attention to it, and I think that was the point of the tweet. But I'm going to say that June 8th is now a placeholder for the content release. Morten Ryberg, from my understanding, isn't working on anything else, and I think he has to be referring to the Division 2 here. I can't think of anything else. It's not referring to Avatar, it's not referring to Star Wars, and I don't think Massive are working on anything else. So this has to be the Division 2. This is the placeholder for the new content release, and I think it's a placeholder because you know, we are going to be getting a PTS for this new content, and as with any PTS, things can change, right? They could put out a PTS and there'll be a lot of broken stuff, and the PTS could take 4 weeks, and so that, you know, that release date of June 8th could be pushed back, and that's very likely, because as with most PTSs, there are stuff that's found that you can't find in a dev environment. That's why they do PTSs in the first place. So, but I think that this June 8th is, if everything goes smoothly, if the PTS goes out and there isn't any major problems, and it's in their window that they have, I think June 8th is going to be the release date of the new content. Now that actually falls on a Wednesday, which I don't think you can look into. Warlords of New York, I believe, came out on a Tuesday. I don't think that really matters with this. I think ultimately for Yannick and for Massive, they wanted to get this content out as soon as possible. They want to make sure the content is good enough. And so I don't think the day of the week makes any kind of difference here at all. I don't think it being on a Wednesday means anything at all. So yeah, I mean, I'm going to say at this point we should probably just say that June 8th is when we're going to be getting the new content, unless stated otherwise. I was also going to cover the fact that there are a lot of new jobs. I say a lot of new jobs. There isn't. There's one new job at Massive at the moment. In fact, they put out this tweet yesterday: "Hey agents, we're looking for more people to join our team working on Division 2. Head over to our website to learn more about open positions." 4 of those positions have been up there for a while. One of the positions is a new one. This is a narrative director, which is actually a really big role. I'd be surprised if they didn't already have some kind of narrative team for the most recent content. So it's possible, and again I'm speculating here, it's possible they're getting in a narrative director to either work on maybe seasonal content towards the end of the year, or possibly working on more content for after this year, in preparation for content after this year. I do think that this is a year one plan. I actually had a couple of people reach out to me recently asking about that, whether they think the Division 2 will be going further along than just this 1 year's of content, and I've always said to them that I don't think that's the case. I think that we're getting 1 year's worth of content, but I do think that the success of this year's of content will decide if we get another year's worth of content. So it's quite possible they're getting a narrative director in and other roles and stuff in preparation for that. But again, that's all speculation. I don't know that for sure. I'd just be very surprised if they were preparing at this stage for more than 1 year's worth of content, just based on the fact that, you know, this game was kind of meant to be shelved as of December, when was it, 2020, which is what, a long time ago now, 15 months or something. So I'd be very surprised they were planning for 2 years worth of content. I think the 1 year's at this point is a safe bet. I mean, we know we're getting at least 1 year's worth of content. So that's really it, guys. There isn't really anything more to it than that. I mean, if we do hear anything more, then I'll let you know. I don't know if Daria's tweet about cool stuff incoming is referring to Morten Ryberg's tweet here. I don't think it is. And it's quite possible Thursday is normally a good day for the Division to pull out news. So it's fairly possible that we get out some news from Daria tomorrow. And of course, I'll have you covered on here. So make sure your notifications are turned on. But for anyone saying that, you know, they don't think the devs are working on this game any longer just because of the silence, I get it. But I also think that, you know, you'd be lying to yourself if you felt that way, just because there is content coming. I know that for a fact, and I know stuff that I'm not allowed to talk about. So I know there is content coming, and I'm hoping it's sooner than June 6th. However, if they need up till June 6th in order to make sure it's as good as possible, then I'm prepared to wait. I mean, we've already waited 15 months. What's another couple of months, eh? Anyway, guys, thanks very much for watching. Until the next one, Epic out.